Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Timber Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hansen pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
After about an hour break, we are ready to go for our second session of the day at the Kent State Invite. Getting things underway, it is 11-2 NMC Carevic and 3-6 Bobcats Baseball as you are watching the Kent State Invite on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live from Schoonover Stadium on the campus of Kent State University. On the mound for the Bobcats today, a familiar face for those Gilmore basketball fans that we saw earlier on this year. It'll be rising senior Braden Titus. He gets the nod today as he looks to will his team to a big win over NMC Carevic. Of course, as we mentioned already a couple of times today, in my opinion, NMC Carevic is your favorite to win this tournament. Top to bottom, a great roster. So many D1 guys. Most of their pitchers sit in the 90s. Later on today, we will see Hayden Klepper as he gets the nod today on the mound in game number 1. So we will see him in the bottom of the first inning. As for this strong offense, Zach Gray, Aiden McMillan, and Owen Courtney, 1 through 3 will begin things for NMC Carevic. And in that 3 spot, Owen Courtney, yes, a future Tri-C, Triceratops. Looking forward to seeing him in action today. First pitch is 12:51 and outside for ball 1. And we are rocking and rolling in game number 3. The 1-0 from Titus hits the top of the zone for strike 1. Count even on Zach Gray, the center fielder, the rising senior over at Margaretta High School. Good patience from him to begin. A really powerful bat in this lineup. To have a 94 exit velo at his age in the leadoff spot is a big asset for this NMC squad. That time he uses it but fouls it away. So we are even at 2-2. The Bobcats, only 11 guys here today, all of which will be in the lineup batting. They're just batting around in this game as they want to give as many guys swings as possible. The 2-2 from Titus is wide and we are full. A lot of his misses right now going off the plate. Needs to try and dial something up here on the payoff pitch. And he will as Gray fouls it away. It's always impressive to see NMC and just how many different schools and regions in Ohio are represented on their roster. Just really incredible. Again, the payoff pitch, this time high for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard via the walk. A very common trend today going back to games 1 and 2. The leadoff man now is on for Aiden McMillan, the rising senior out of Worcester High School. You go from a 94 exit velo to 102. So it does not get any easier for this defense. I believe 102 is one of the best. I think Colorado might have more. 103, yes, he has 1 more mile per hour on the exit velo. I figured he is the Kent State commit, so I thought he had at least 1, if not 2 more. In the end, the answer is 1. And looking at this group, it is all juniors or now graduates. So really no pressure on them as, well, their window's been open for a year. It's the sophomores today that we are talking about a lot because on Monday, the college contact period opened for the class of 2028. And for a lot of guys, this is their first chance to go out and play some baseball after it opened. The 1-1, a high skyer on the infield. Titus will call it off and will make the catch for out number 1. So a big first out for this Bobcat defense. Nice job by Titus. The sun really not an issue right now, but still, it could easily come out at any given moment. So a good job getting underneath that one and tracking it quite well. The clouds are definitely rolling in here at Schoonover Stadium. That'll probably make things a little cooler, especially in the shade. When I went for the lineup cards at around noon, it was almost a little bit chilly down there. And in the month of June, you will take that in Northeast Ohio. Throw back to 1. A good look from Titus, but not in time. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be Link, Greneau, and Jensen. 1 through 3 due up. Titus back to work, delivers just high for ball 1. Owen Courtney, as we mentioned, a future Tri-C Triceratops stepping in for the first time today after graduating from New Philadelphia High School. And Courtney gets underneath this one as well. A high pop-up on the middle of the infield. And it is going to be caught for out number 2 at short. A nice job by Jensen getting over there to make the play. And with 2 away, here he comes. I'm sure he's played here since committing, but it's Braden Colloran stepping in. Kent State Baseball, they want somebody like him to come in and dominate from the get-go. 6'2", 210. They've had success recruiting over at Ignatius. And nearly we had to wait to see him as Titus almost had the pickoff. They've had a lot of success recruiting at St. Ignatius, so why not do it again with Colloran? I've already kind of listed out his superlatives. But I think he wants to show it with his swing here. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second. He got him. A perfect tag on a perfect throw. The inning is over. How about it for Nick Greneau? Let him right into the promised land. And the Bobcats on paper take down NMC 1-2-3. That is how you start the game defensively. What a tag. Well, watch it back on the replay. That was perfect. Just perfectly in there. Nothing else Gray could have done. Middle of 1 here at Schoonover Stadium. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Bobcats defense came to play in the top of the first inning. A couple of pop-outs and then a massive throwout at second base from Greneau. That'll bring us to the bottom of the first inning. No score as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today live from Schoonover Stadium. As I mentioned, the sun has had its stints out today. It's been covered for the last little bit, but now coming back out for the bottom of the first inning as Link, Greneau, and Jensen step in. For the Bobcats, they know they are the underdogs today. They understand that. They knew that coming in. Right now, a great start for them. They want to go out here and show that they belong here. Again, this is an invitational tournament. This isn't just sign up for fun. This is a chance for these guys to go out here and prove why they belong not just in this tournament, but also at the next level. On the mound for NMC Carevic, it is going to be Hayden Klepper, the rising senior out of Norwayne High School. Tops out a little bit under 80 miles per hour with his fastball. At least that is the most recent data out of PBR, but I believe the NMC guys were just there for a scout day, so most of these numbers should be accurate. The 3-1, Klepper connects for strike two, and we are full. Will Link wearing number 8 today, the now graduates of Mentor High School. Klepper's payoff pitch. It's there for strike three looking. 1 up, 1 down. And Klepper will get his first punchy of the day. Expect a lot of strikeouts today from NMC. We really didn't see that much in game 1 and 2, but I think going forward we're going to see a lot of strikeouts. Of course, against that tough team coming up next in Press On Athletics, you're going to have to take down some Garraway, Norwayne, Waynedale, and Highland kids. Those strikeouts, hard to come by. But now Charlie Greneau, one of 2 EHs at the top of the order, steps in for his first swings. 2 Greneaus on the roster, Charlie the rising junior, and then Nick, the rising senior. Of course, Nick had the throw out from behind the plate in the top of the inning. And now Charlie puts this ball into center field, where it is easily tracked down for out number 2. A nice catch out there from Gray. Maybe some poetic justice getting out the other Greneau in response to the throw out at second base last inning. So 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring us to Luke Jensen, the shortstop. Jensen wearing number 7, a rising senior out of Willoughby South High School. Klepper, his great start continues. 0-1 the counts. If he can be consistent for at least 4 to 5 innings today, NMC will be in a great spot going forward. Of course, their offense, one of the best that we will see all this summer. They want to get going again in the second. They'll have Colloran, McCune, and Moores to do that. But right now, it is Hayden Klepper's inning. 1-2 now the counts. If Jensen gets the job done, it'll go to the catcher, Nick Greneau. That time, lost it well inside. Once again, that next game, NMC Press On will be our final one today at around 3:15. Klepper is 2-2, skips in, and we are full. And then tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Warrensville Heights High School. It'll be Warrensville Heights versus Canton McKinley Summer League Basketball, a semifinal matchup. And then from there, the winner of that game takes on the winner of Lou West and Garfield Heights in the championship game at 7. Full count 3-2. Klepper's payoff. It'll miss for ball 4. First base runner of the game for the Bobcats. And on paper right now, the Bobcats are matching the offensive output of NMC. 2 outs and then a walk. Just reversal on the top end. Once again, for those just tuning in right now, game number 2 ended at around 11:45. We had about an hour break in between games. We switched the teams, and we are going now, and that's why we're in the bottom of the first inning at 101. So Greneau gets to work offensively. Sharp grounder over towards second. Easy flick on over to 1, retires the side. Simple put out for Cartwright in the lineup today over Jackson Briggs, and the inning is over. 4 through 6 due up when we return. Officially, Braden Colloran swinging at his future home for NMC, representing both St. Ignatius and as well Kent State.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
This time it's going to happen. Braden Colloran steps in for NMC to lead off the top of the second inning. His first partial plate appearance interrupted due to a great throw from Nick Greneau behind the plate. But now the future Golden Flash has a chance to show off his bat right here at Schoonover Stadium. But he will take strike 1 from Braden Titus. So far, so good for both defenses. No score through 1. The first time that has happened today. Colloran, a drive into center field. And this one will be caught for out number 1. A simple catch out there for Alejandro Ortiz. Either way, Colloran is going to be a stud for Kent State in a few years' time again. And kind of try to replicate what Slayer Saltaria was for this program for the past 2 seasons. And I think Colloran is a great guy to do that, albeit it'll be a year gap between those two as Saltaria is in the portal. Now Gavin McCune will step in, and he will take strike 1. Standing at 6'2", the rising senior out of Canton Central Catholic. And he is quickly down in the count 0-2. Some good stuff early on from Braden Titus. Can he get his first strikeout of the day? The 0-2 grounded over towards the left side of the infield. Scooped up at third. Throw to 1 is perfect. 2 up, 2 down. That is more Beto with a throw out from third. This defense is very stingy so far. I think they're playing a lot better than they thought they could against this team. It's a great start for the Bobcats. They just have to keep it going. Now against Blake Moore in the EH spot in game number 1. And just like the first 2 at-bats this inning, first pitch strike from Braden Titus. Moore, the rising senior, 6'3", 185 out of Keystone High School, topping out at 94 miles per hour. A really good fastball, and of course, in the classroom, really smart, a 4.05 GPA. Academics are everything, especially right now in the portal. And even at some lower levels, if you're going to be a guy that goes D3, you need to have the grades to get those academic scholarships to make it possible to go there. The 2-1, a good hold. In the on-deck circle after Moore, it is River Blomquist, the right fielder. And beyond that, a great football player from the Medina Battling Bees. And we will see him this inning as there is ball 4 to Blake Moore. Second walk started today by Braden Titus. But for River, a big spot, 6'3", 205. And as a rising senior, he is still yet to hit his 17th birthday. He will turn 17 within the next month, but a year younger than everybody else in his class, but arguably better than most. And that's why a good laser into left center field. It'll get down. Moore will go for third. He is there, and it'll be a 2-out double for River Blomquist. He brings the power. We expected it, and there it is on display for the Medina man. We'll watch this one back on the replay. One of our first extra base hits of the day, and this one is a beauty. Just perfectly plays it over the shortstop. And a little rally brewing here for NMC with 2 away. And now it's Cartwright's turn to try and knock in a run. Again, a last-second addition to the lineup as Briggs will most likely come in later or come in game number 2. But Cartwright, the rising senior out of Avon Lake High School, 6 foot tall, 170. Around an 86 exit velo. A big opportunity for him in the top of the second inning. NMC looking to start off this Kent State Invite Tournament run in style. But of course, they need some run support to make that happen. Cartwright ready to go, and so is Titus on the mound for the Bobcats. Cartwright will take strike 1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, Harold, Andrus, and Marbetto due up. 5, 6, and 7 overall for the Bobcats. The 0-1 from Titus, high and in. Nearly head level against Cartwright. But a good battle so far from this Bobcat team, trying to keep it 0-0. Swing and a miss. Cartwright a heavy chase. Titus 1 strike away from getting out of this second inning jam. He has the ability to do it, just needs to dial it up here. Counts it at 1-2. Titus sets and fires. Cartwright takes this one into left field, where it will be caught. 2 runners on with 2 away, but no damage done by NMC. Another good defensive statement from Bobcats Baseball. To the bottom of the second inning we go at Schoonover Stadium. Score remains 0-0 in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Five through 7 due up for the Bobcats in the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium in Kent as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today, live from Olga Muro Field at Schoonover Stadium. It is Phelan Harold stepping in to lead things off as this Bobcats team, they're fighting in this one, keeping it scoreless. They just need some base runners and they need some hits. Klepper has been solid so far for NMC. Did give up a walk in the first inning, but otherwise 3 up, 3 down. He has been quite impressive. Harold gets under this one, but foul. And now 2-1. You look at this group, a lot of guys from the east side. Men are out there. You have Willoughby South. You have Gilmore Academy, Eastlake North, Chardon. Then some more Cleveland guys such as Independence represented on the roster, and Benedictine as well. So a good crop of talent coming out of this Bobcats organization. Count 2-2 with that swing and miss. After Harold, it's Andrus, then Marbetto. So 1, 2, 3 this inning is first base, second base, and third base. Harold fly ball sent into shallow right field, and it's going to be caught by the second baseman. A nice job by Cartwright going over his back shoulder to make that catch for out number 1. Far from a gimme play for Cartwright. But in the end, able to make that play, and that'll bring us to Matthew Andrus, the second baseman. Andrus, the rising senior out of Mentor High School. But a good defensive battle so far. A nice change of pace considering how the morning went. 2 run rule wins. OSF in the first game 10-2. And in game number 2, a 12-0 demolition job by the Cleveland Baseball Federation. That CBF team just went in there, took care of business, and walked out in an hour and a half. It was impressive. Klepper's 2-0. Good hold on the 2-0 just above the zone. In the on-deck circle, Marbetto, the third baseman. This Bobcats team looking for a runner this inning, and they will get it. There's ball 4. So back-to-back innings with a base runner for the Bobcats via the walk. Now a chance for Marbetto to move him along, the rising senior out of Eastlake North High School. Again, a lot of East Side talents on this roster. But for Hayden Klepper, this is a big spot to show what he's made of. A nice little loft into left center field and down. First base hit of the day for the Bobcats. And that'll put 2 on, still 1 down for Alejandro Ortiz. But this Bobcats team is starting to put the pieces together. And right now, they are matching what NMC has done minus the double. 1 base hit, 2 walks. They're matching their output. And you look at this discrepancy, 3-6 versus 11-2. They're not playing like it at all. Once again, considering as well they only have 11 guys today, they are not playing like a 3-6 team. They are playing like a group that can compete and will compete today. Klepper's 1-0, breaks it in, but misses. After Ortiz, it goes to Braden Titus. So the pitcher a chance to help out his own case with some run supports. And he is really close to coming in. A 3-0 count on the center fielder. And I wouldn't be surprised to see NMC call time and go and settle him down. The 3-0, it's inside for ball 4. And for the first time today, the bases are loaded. Second walk surrendered of the inning by Klepper. And now it looks like Cotton will go and have a word with his pitcher, but Braden Titus time coming up. Once again, we saw him with Gilmore Academy, talking to him before the game. Sad to say it, we know it's kind of vague, but he's hitting the 80s, maybe 90s on the mound. In all seriousness, some really good stuff from Braden Titus so far in this Bobcats team. They're competing against a really good NMC Carevic squad. A group that, once again, comes in 3-6. But you have to expect the unexpected in travel baseball. You never know how a game is truly going to go. And for all we know, NMC can turn around and score 12 in the third. That's just how it goes. But right now, Braden Titus, one heck of an opportunity to give the Bobcats an early 1-0 lead at least. As a pitcher, I'm sure he'd appreciate his own run supports. And he's been good so far, only allowing 1 hit in 2 innings of work and no runs. But for Hayden Klepper, the pressure is on to get results. Titus stands tall and takes strike 1. That's probably what we were expecting considering the walks that we've seen. But now he has to get aggressive. if you are going to compete against this NMC team, you have to bring the fight to them, but in a patient way. And a 1-1. You can even tell in that dugout, everybody up against the fence. They're trying to cheer on their team. That's a good culture and a good sign of things for the Bobcats. Tie it is. Holds on the 1-1 and will take strike two. That was one of the biggest issues when I played. My team, especially at the end, everybody just kind of sat back. Didn't care when everybody was batting. In travel ball, everybody plays better when everybody's up. But there's the swing and miss from Titus. So 2 down now as Klepper gets his first strikeout of the game. And Aiden Anders now has a chance to open the scoring for the Bobcats. But still, when you have that encouragement from your team, you just play better. It's a more cohesive thing. It's not individual ball. It's a true team performance. But Klepper, after getting that talking to, has really settled in. Strike after strike, 0-1 on the left fielder. Anders, the rising senior out of Gilmore Academy. And again, he will swing and miss. So NMC 1 strike away from getting out of this second inning jam. And when we see their offense again, we will see Cotton, Rimke, and Gray 9, 10, and 1. And they want to go out here and make a statement happen. Klepper's 0-2, swing and a miss. He gets out of it. Bases loaded with 1 down. But Hayden Klepper comes down and nails it down for NMC. On to the third inning we go at Schoonover Stadium. Score remains 0-0 as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Bobcats look to continue relying on their defense as we enter the top of the third inning. Scoreless in Kent as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Game 3 of 4 for us here today at Schoonover Stadium. Once again, our final matchup of the day coming up next at around 3:15. It'll be a matchup, a good one at that, featuring Press On Athletics and NMC Carevic. Titus's first pitch is there for strike one. So many first pitch strikes in the second inning, and he will keep it going in the third as he takes on Cotton, Rimke, and Gray. The 0-1 is lasered into left field and down for a leadoff single. This is the NMC offense we were expecting to see, and Grady Cotton will kickstart it here in the third. As I mentioned, this team can easily shoot out of nowhere and played a bunch of runs, which I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. This team has so much talent, so many D1 guys, power-wise and also talent-wise. Just a great group, great organization at NMC, as top to bottom, their teams have been amazing this year. And once we get to that NABF World Series, wouldn't be surprised to see them dominate like they did last year in the 16 and 18U divisions, as both NMC Carevic teams won. It was a sweep, and in fact, the 16U team that we saw at Jackson, this is the group that's playing right now. Albeit with some changes made, some guys exiting, and some new faces coming in. Of course, a lot of these travel organizations, you have a couple of guys that coach and then go right back down after their group graduates and is done with 18U ball. NMC does it well, and release as well with Jared Edwards going back down. Coleman just went back down with force. It happens across the board. And T3 as well, but a lot of the names that, at least when I played, were the ones you wanted to avoid, now going back down to the lower levels and doing it again. Really cool just to see how that works and all the development these organizations have done. But again, press on. They're one of the new ones coming in, and they are finally joining us here at Schoonover Stadium. The first player has arrived for the next game, as that game easily could start early if this one does go by quick, which right now, time-wise, it might. Run rule-wise, not so much yet. But I think they want to keep things going, especially with the rain coming in later. The 2-1, high and in. And in my case, yes, as well, as I don't want to be here in the torrential downpour, believe it or not. Been there, done that last year. Twice. 2 times is good enough. Got the experience. Titus is 3-1. Hits the top of the zone for strike 2, and we are full. Yeah, I think Braden Titus is happy he got the bat flip, and he has to come back. A little smile there. He's happy over there on the mound. That may be the best feeling as a pitcher, and even just as a defender. You see the dude flip his bat and have to come right back. And now it's going to become a battle. It'll remain full as that one's fouled away. Braden Titus looking for a big strikeout. Yet to get one today. But a chance right here against Jake Rimke. And there it is. He got it. 1 down, a big strikeout there. And we will go to the top of the order now with Zach Gray. But that was perfect timing from him. Gray so far today 0 for 1 with a walk. But for the Bobcats, this is how you keep the game at bay. Yes, they get a leadoff single, but from there, dial back in. This team has talent top to bottom. We knew that coming in. If they can continue to show the talent that they have and battle, this can be a good game start to finish. The 1-0 runs inside. It didn't hit him. That'll be a live baseball. At least one base here. And that'll be all for the catcher. And we'll see who's running in his place, if anybody. Wouldn't be surprised just based on where the game's at right now. That is number 2, so that would be Briggs running in his place. Not surprised. But go-ahead run for NMC now in scoring position. They know they need to capitalize this inning if they get anything else. The 1-0, Titus will miss off the plate for ball 2. In the bottom of the inning for the offense, it'll be Slemk, Link, and Greneau. So 11-1 and 2 due up for the Bobcats. The 2-0, Titus, or that's a 3-0, and it's off the plate for ball 4. So another walk today for Zach Gray, and that'll bring us to Aiden McMillan, the left fielder. So far, Titus has surrendered 3 walks. As for Klepper, same thing. So 6 combined walks in this game already. Not as drastic as it was in game number 1, and really, for that matter, game number 2. But the free passes, they have been here a lot this season. We even saw it last week in that matchup between the Warcats Scott team. Along with that, T3. And Kleinbiel, his no-hitter was, I believe, 7 strikeouts, 6 walks. It was still a no-no. It earned it. But in the end, it was not the prettiest one that we've seen. The 0-1, swing and a miss, a nice block as well by Greneau behind the plate. We saw it in games 1 and 2. Grant Lonzak, one of the big bright spots for Force Ohio. So many good blocks. I would say he and Sikora were the 2 big bright spots, but Sikora did have a couple of errors in the field. But still, all things considered, those 2, you can build off of their talents. And of course, we're hoping that that starting pitcher in game number 1 is okay after leaving the game early due to injury. 1-2 on McMillan. And he will pop this one in a shallow right field. And it is going to be caught for out number 2, and there is no advancement from the runners. A nice job by the right fielder coming in for that one. Slemp was able to make it where nobody moved. And there was really not even a thought about moving either. But now a chance for the third baseman, Owen Courtney. Once again, a future Tri-C Triceratops, so we'll see him in the fall. Hopefully at least for a few times in the fall. If not, we'll see him in the spring. Courtney underneath it, skies it out of play. That's off to our right, and beyond the press box it goes. Courtney 0 for 1 today, popping out to short, and Jensen. Again, foul ball towards the trees. Tell you what, if the woods were any closer, you'd see a lot of extra baseballs going into the abyss. Kind of like Mount Union with all the houses next door. But an 0-2 count on Owen Courtney. Titus looking to get out of the jam. Did he do it? Not quite. Thought for a second he had it. It was definitely close on the inner portion of the zone, but it'll run 1-2. What an opportunity, though, for Braden Titus to once again step up. That time it's high. But as I kind of said, this is impressive for a bunch of basketball players. A lot of these guys, they're hoopers. They play baseball as well, and you could fool me with how they've played so far. A gritty group top to bottom that is fighting for this result. 2-2 is high, and we are full. After Courtney, it goes to Braden Colleran, which, once again, is not the guy you want to see if the base is loaded, if that were to be the case. Bases cleared is probably the best spot to see him. But a full count here. Runners will be in motion. Payoff pitch. Is it there? Not quite. Missed around the same spot that he did with the 0-2. And that'll be a walk for Courtney, loading up the bases for Braden Colleran. A lot of pressure once again on this Bobcat defense. Is this their breaking point? More than just, is this their breaking point? Is Braden Colleran their breaking point? Titus will get back to work. Colleran takes ball 1 wide. All the way around, an impressive player. Great across the board, can play a number of positions. Today, in game 1, the DH, which could obviously change in game number 2. Colleran, good shot into right center field and down. NMC will strike first. 1 run will score. A second will score as well. They will send home a third on top of it. The play home is not in time. It is a 3 RBI double for Braden Colleran. And there's a reason why the Bobcats didn't want to see him here. It is 3-0 NMC. The Golden Flashes are going to like having him in their lineup very soon. There was a reason why they recruited him early. They got him out early. And he just continues to swing it quite well. Good speed as well from everybody in front of him. And that'll break this game open. But a valiant effort from the Bobcats, keeping it scoreless for 2 2/3 against a really impressive offense. And now McCune a chance as he will shoot this one deep to left field, still going back. And that ball is going to stop at the wall. It's a live baseball. Colleran, he will stop at third. And it'll go down as a double for McCune. A perfect shot. I think McCune and Colleran both thought it was gone. And in the end, that could cost them a run. Third extra base hit of the day. Blomquist had the first, and then back-to-back doubles for Colleran and McCune. And now Blake Moore a chance to keep it going. But NMC, they have arrived at the Kent State Invite. First pitch, a strike here to Moore. Once again, Slemick, Link, and Greneau. 11-1-2 due up for the Bobcats. Go take that time high and in. Be interesting to see, though, how Press-On goes about taking down this NMC team. You can do it a lot of different ways, but contact pitching is not one of them. Titus has looked good. He does have the 1 strikeout, but once again, if your contingency is contact, you don't beat this team. You have to get a good amount of strikeouts to knock off this NMC Carevic squad. Good survival hack there. Moore will see one more as he walked his first time up, trying to get on for the second time today. But you can just kind of feel the momentum shift. That first double, huge for Colleran. McCune nearly drove him in. And now a chance to drive in 2 more for Blake Moore. Again, good contact but foul. In the on-deck circle after more, it is River Blomquist. Once again, had the first double today for NMC. And I'm sure he would want to make it 2. It's just impressive to see how well they have swung the bat in this 3rd inning. Especially the last 2 at-bats. The 1-2 is high. The kicker, of course, you had Courtney 0-2, pretty much dead to rights. In the end, he walks. 3 runs come around, and now 2 more could easily do the same. It just shows the might of this NMC team, top to bottom. Titus is 2-2, runs well inside, and we are full. There won't be any action here. There's nowhere else to advance up. Will we see Blomquist, or will more be the end of the line? He will swing and miss. Titus gets out of the inning. 3 runs will score courtesy of Calloran. Could have been more if he would have ran on that double from McCune. But in the end, they'll take it. Calloran the difference right now on 1 swing. The Bobcats offense looks to get to work when we return down 3-0 against NMC.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Always a fun time when we are here at Schoonover Stadium in Kent. As always, a special thank you goes out to Kent State Athletics and Kent State Baseball for allowing us to use their press box to stream these 965 games. Without it, we would not be here today as, well, technology and heat, believe it or not, do not go hand in hand. And unfortunately for you guys, you didn't see it on Monday, but we did have the computer take a little tank before our games between Release and T3 and the WRCL because of the heat. So really grateful to have this box up here, a perfect place to watch the game as well. The 1-0 perfectly dips in for strike 1, but you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. It's the future Kent State superstar, I would say, Braden Calloran, the difference right now with a 3 RBI double. Again, the Ignatius cookie jar has been very appealing for Division I schools as of late. And once again, you'll see Calloran join those ranks. Trey had that as well, I believe, going to Texas A&M. So as always, Ignatius, a team that'll produce a few Division I talents across the board. No surprise there. Klepper works it back full 3-2 on Slemick, the right fielder. In the 11th spot, trying to get a leadoff runner on for the Bobcats as he takes this one into center field, where it will be caught for out number 1. A nice catch there from Gray. And speaking of Gray, gray skies continue to roll in here at Schoonover Stadium. We'll keep you updated as to the weather that we do expect to come at some point today. We do know the worst of it will probably be after 9 p.m. tonight. At least that's kind of what we've heard preliminarily. But yet another instance where being a broadcaster for baseball at any point in the year is being more of a weatherman than just a commentator. We've had our fair share of storms here at Kent, one of which that flooded the fields, which, again, did not know turf flooded until that happened. But just to get a little check in here just to see where things stand with the rain. 6:30 is when they say the rain will start, so that will probably impact the last game here today between Forest Cruz and T3 Mendoza. But once again, we will be out of here after the next game, which is NMC and Press On Athletics. That'll be a fun matchup once again. Excited to see what Press On has been able to build again. The handsies have done a great job with it top to bottom, as there is the swing and miss for out number 2. Klepper doing a great job this inning, making quick work of the Bobcats offense. Up to 4 strikeouts on the day, and that'll bring us to Charlie Greneau, the EH, a fly out to center field his first time up. Night for all parties. We are hoping that rain holds off a little bit beyond 6:30. Greneau, fly ball into center field once again. It's Gray, and the inning is over. 2 putouts for Gray in center and a strikeout. The Bobcats will go in order. When we return, it is going to be Blomquist, Cartwright, and Cotton. 7 through 9 due up for NMC. They scored 3 in the third. Can they do it again in the fourth? We find out when we return to Kent, Ohio.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium, top of 4. 3-0 your score as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live from Schoonover Stadium in a now sunny Kent, Ohio. Blomquist, a good drive into left center field to begin the inning, and it is going to be tracked down in center by Ortiz for out number 1. Nice job tracking that one down. Blomquist, of course, doubled his first time up. So a less than desirable swing for the defense, but still Alejandro Ortiz able to get there in the left center field gap and put him away, bringing us to Chase Cartwright, the second baseman. Over 1 today with a line out to Anders in left. Once again, outside of 1 swing, it has been a really close game. That 1 swing from Colloran, the difference right now in this game, and as it's going, it could be the overall difference. The Bobcats offense just needs to get going. They have the 1 hit. That's about it. A couple of walks added on, but nothing much going for the offense today. The defense has kept this one in check for now. And I'm sure NMC, they want more out of this game than they are getting right now. Cartwright, good swing. This time it'll fall in center field. Ortiz does the right thing, plays it on the hop, but it's a 1-out single for Chase Cartwright. Now 1 for 2 on the day. And that'll bring us to Grady Cotton, who singled his first time up. Even with that first out, this NMC team can still be dangerous. And you look at the way things are going, just put together a couple of hits here. Nothing crazy. Titus is very hittable right now. He has some good stuff, and he has shown good stuff today. The velocity, though, it's hittable for this NMC team. They know that they can get onto him, and they have today. Just continue to do that. Whenever he gives you something that you can take the other way, do so. You do it a few more times, you'll be walking out of here very happy. Or rather, walking right back to your dugout after you go and exchange pleasantries to go and get ready for press-on athletics. This ball goes to the backstop, and that'll be a free base for Cartwright. Thought about going to 3 in the end, stays at 2, which is the right call. You can't get overzealous on the bases. We have seen it happen so many times already this season. You get a little too greedy, and that is your undoing. It's a story as old as time. The 2-0, a good block this time from Greneau. Again, after Cotton, it goes to Jake Rimke, the rising senior out of Medina High School. You go from Norwayne to Medina. But not yet. The 3-0 does connect. I think Titus is going to go as long as he can in this game. The question is, when do you start to think about that move? 3-1 high and in for ball 4. It looked like the 2 extra players were going to throw the football a little bit inside the dugouts. That could just be to stay loose for when they're ready or just to begin warming up an arm. But I do think Braden Titus is going to be the pitcher of choice today for the Bobcats, unless this one does get way out of hand. Then from there, I could see them making a change. But at that point, you might just try to make it where, okay, you save the rest of your arms going forward, but you use Titus up here. A great chance for Jake Rimke. 2 on, 1 down. Good hold on the outside, taking ball 1. Now I'm sure you can hear it. The grounds crew, as always, doing a great job cutting the grass near Schoonover Stadium. That time, Titus able to connect, brings it to the top of the zone, evening things up at 1 apiece. Again, he has brought good pitches today, consistently living around the zone and has gotten a few strikeouts for his efforts. And with it, a lot of foul balls. Very hittable, but a lot of the swings have gone out of play, which isn't a terrible thing for him. If that's the contact you're giving up, it's okay. Of course, though, when you have those Colleran-esque swings, that Blomqvist-esque swing, that's when things can go haywire and the game can get out of hand, which in part kind of happened in the third. The 1-2 runners will go. Rimke, fly ball. And it is going to be caught in left for out number 2. That ball hung up there for a long time. A nice job by Anders to stick with it. And now we go back to the top of the order with Zach Gray. A pair of walks so far for him. If history repeats itself, Aiden McMillan would have a chance to go and bring in a few. NMC up 3-0 in the top of the 4th inning against Bobcats Baseball. Good drive right up the middle into center field, and it is going to be caught. What a snag from Alejandro Ortiz, and the inning is over. The Bobcats will not quit. They want this one. They want to stay in it. A risky move to go for the dive, but Alejandro Ortiz comes up with the web gem. The at least 1 run saving web gem. What a play for him out in center. That ball looked destined to get down, but somehow comes away with it. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Score remains 3-0 NMC, courtesy of Braden Colleran.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Jensen, Greneau, and Harold, 3 through 5 duo for the Bobcats in the bottom of the 4th inning as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. What a catch from Alejandro Ortiz of the Bobcats. Without that catch, this game's at least 4-0, if not 5 by now. And now a good hack into left field. This one definitely catchable, and it will be brought in by McMillan for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down on a simple line out. The Bobcats are starting to get good contact. They're barreling up baseballs. They're figuring that aspect of the game out. If they can get a few to fall, they can get back in this game. They have competed quite well with this NMC group again, 11-2 on the year, and the favorites to win this tournament. Quite impressive. Now we see Nick Greneau for the second time in the batter's box today. We saw him behind the plate with a throwout back in the first inning. Takes that one. If you could time with that breaking ball, because I believe that's the changeup, that just kind of glides on in, you can take it the other way, which is what he does, putting it in right field, and it'll be a one-out base hit. It's poetry in motion. Exactly what he needed to do. Timed it up perfectly. And the Bobcats will get their second base hit of the game. And that'll bring us to Phelan Harold, the first baseman. 0 for 1 today with a pop out to second. And we will see Jensen come back in to run as a courtesy for the catcher. The Bobcats can definitely build off of this. They just need to get a few bases ahead. A nice block though behind the plate from Cotton. If Jensen would have gone, I think he would have been out at second. That was just too good of a recovery to go in chance. Klepper, he will throw back, not in time, as Jensen will stay on his feet. That's when you definitely have to dive back in for. Can't take a chance right now. You get a rare base runner. You have to make something happen with it. Good swing. Fly ball into deep right field. It is going to be tracked down and caught just on the foul line for out number 2. Nice job by River Blomquist. Plenty of grass to cover. In the end, gets there quick enough. And that'll keep the runner at first and bring us to Matthew Andrus, the second baseman. A walk his first time up. The Bobcats, they did well to get a runner on with one away. But they need a little bit more if this inning is to be a success. And right now for Klepper, just kind of lofting the pitches in. If it's close, you have to take advantage while he's throwing like this. And before NMC does make a pitching change. The 1-0 now brings the heater back. So going from here after Andres, it is Morbeto. Good breaking ball, but misses inside. Just trying to get creative here, but you cannot give up too many free passes. If you give up a free pass here, the bases wouldn't be loaded yet, but in a more dangerous note, you would bring up the tying run. And there, a pretty clear strike from Klepper. If this is his last inning of work, he wants to leave this game with a shutout intact. The Bobcats testing NMC's resolve here. There is strike 2. We are full 3-2. Jensen will be in motion on the delivery. NMC trying to get out of the 4th inning. Not quite. Fouled back. So we will see it again. Again in the 5th. McMillan, Courtney, Colloran. 2-3-4 due up for NMC. Plenty of talented bats coming up in the queue. Once more the payoff pitch. It is taken high for ball 4. And that'll bring up the tying run in Morbeto. 1 for 1 today with a single. Has one of the 2 base hits so far for Bobcats baseball. Looking a little bit ahead. After this game is over and after our final commercial break, make sure you do stick with us as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Ground ball played over towards third and just through into left field. The lead runner, Jensen, will be sent home. The play at the plate will be in time. They got him and the inning is over. You had to chance it if you were the Bobcats, but a great relay throw from McMillan. Guns down Jensen, coming for home. A good single as well from Morbeto. He is 2 for 2 today, but I don't blame him at all. You had to try your luck with it. You made the best play possible. I mean, that ball just kind of snuck through, and from there the relay home. You can just see, tagged him, and even if not, he was out of the bases. To the 5th we go, 3-0 NMC, still on top here at the Kent State Invites.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
McMillan kept the shutout intact for NMC, and now he leads off the top of the fifth. 3-0 your score as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, 3:15, our fourth and final game of the day will begin as NMC takes on Press On Athletics. McMillan, a deep shot to left center field. Ortiz is there and will make the grab for out number one. Had the web gem to end the top of the fourth. This time, a clear-cut grab after covering a lot of territory to get to that one. And now Owen Courtney will step in. A walk and a pop out for the future top. Tops out at around 97 on his exit velo. 96.4 to be exact. Definitely a good asset heading up to Parma next year. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Kind of 1-1. Braden Titus, though, he has pitched quite a good game. Courtney well underneath this one. Plays it out. And into the bleachers it goes. But once again, all things considered, outside of Calloran, he has been perfect. Hasn't allowed a run since the ones that we saw from Calloran's 3 RBI double. Without that swing, this game is different. Or if that's a strikeout, then there you go. The 2-2 well wide, and we are full. In the on-deck circle, though, it is Braden Calloran. He wants to try his luck again. There he is on your screen, the future Kent State Golden Flash. Just a little more time left with St. Ignatius. The payoff pitch, skied again. And that one's off the top of the press box. Again, even more reason to be grateful for the press box in the first place. That's why some good cover there. So once again, we'll try it, and that pitch is high and in for ball 4. So a 1-out walk for Owen Courtney. And now here comes the man who has done all the damage today for NMC. It is Braden Calloran. A big spot for him to step up and do it again for NMC. But otherwise, this offense has been quieted quite a bit from this Bobcats defense. Check swing that time from Calloran. Nearly went fair, but in the end goes foul. Definitely one that he wants back. You got to be careful here. And as well, there is some action down in the bullpen at long last. It appears for the Bobcats. And that could be Harold. We'll have to check if he is still at first base or not here in a moment. And I think it is him in the bullpens. I think that is going to be somebody else. I think that's Charlie Gurneau now at first base, and it is. So that is Harold warming up in the pen. I'm not surprised. I think you have to have somebody ready to go if Titus can't get out of an inning. Which, of course, with Calloran, this could be the one that sets this game apart. The 2-1. Calloran takes it wide for ball 3. After him, it goes to McCune, then Moore and Blomquist. So a lot of power coming up for this NMC offense. All of your doubles in this little pod. Titus again misses wide for ball 4. And all things considered, given how strong of a bat he has, that might be best case scenario for now. Time, though, is going to be called. This could do it for Titus. I'd kind of be surprised if this is when you make the change. But he has pitched well so far. We'll see what the decision is going to be. I think he'll be fine with either one. But I do think Titus, he does want to stay on. I can tell he wants to stay on. At least try to finish out this inning. I think that's going to be the parting line. Somebody else gets on, I think then you say, you know what, you pitched well, but your game is done. Not an easy decision. But it looks like Titus, in the end, is going to be done. Not an easy call by any stretch of the imagination, but what a performance today for Titus. Goes 4 1/3, allows 3 runs, only on 1 swing. And he will now make his way to the outfield. A great performance from him, but this Bobcats defense has some work to do when we return. Time now for the call to the bullpen in the 5th inning for the Bobcats.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It'll be Gavin McCune stepping in for NMC. 2 on, 1 down to the top of the 5th inning. NMC looking to blow this game open and take a commanding lead. As well, the call to the bullpen has been made by the Bobcats. It is going to be Phelan Harold coming on to throw, the rising senior over at Mentor High School. So 1-0 count to begin on McCune. After him, it goes to more than Blomquist. And again, a ball. I think this is where NMC can definitely put their foot down and run away with this one. This is, if they can play the cards right, their best chance. Harold's 2-0, misses high for ball 3, and right now a lot of it just has to deal with being patient. Wait for a pitch. If you get nothing you like, well, guess what? We're just going to walk. We'll take bases until they give us something that we can compete with. Harold's 3-0. It'll be there for strike 1. So a good 3-0 delivery, but still more work to do for Harold. But a 3-0 game, a good result for the Bobcats. The question is, can they hang on any longer at 3-0? There's ball 4. McCune will walk, and the bases are loaded for Blake Moore. Once again, if there was ever a point in this game where it would be blown open by NMC, here it is. Bases loaded, 1 down. 2 of your better hitters right here. What can you make happen? Of course, if the ball is put on the ground in the infield, you are going to make that throw home. You need that force out there. You need to keep the run off the board. The 0-1, a nice block behind the plate from Greneau. I think if NMC does get that 4th one, then it becomes a really easy conversation of, hey, let's go out and play a bunch more and end the game here. And then from there, get ready to go for game number 2 of the day for them. Number 4 for us. Harold gets a good call on the outside edge. Now 1-2 on Moore. But again, if this one does remain where it is, that would be impressive. Harold delivers, swing and a miss, 2 down. First strikeout of the game for Phelan Harold. He needed that one. He gets Moore swinging the second time today. Moore has gone down swinging. And that'll bring us to River Blomquist, the lefty. 1 for 2, a fly out to center, and a double. Trying to go for his second double of the day, I'm sure. Harold takes his time and now gets to work. Blomquist takes this one over towards first and foul. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, it is going to be Ortiz, Titus, and Anders. 8 through 10 due up for the Bobcats. No matter which way this game goes, they have fought hard today, and they have a lot to be proud of. Even in the event of a run rule, they still have played some really good baseball. Blomquist takes the 0-1 inside. Now more of the press-on players have made their way to Kent State. Their call time scheduled for around an hour and 15 from now. But could be sooner if this game continues at this pace. Or if NMC goes out and scores some runs. Blomquist again fouled down the first base line. So 1-2 on the rising senior at Medina High School. Can NMC add on to their 3-0 lead, or will it continue to be stuck there? Harold's 1-2. Blomquist again fouls it away. This time over the clubhouse and into the trees. Another good cut from River. Just needs to find one he can straighten out. And if he does, at least 5-0, if not more, would be the score most likely. But still in favor of the Bobcats, this counts. The 1-2, Blomquist. Grounder over towards second. Flick on over to 1 is in time. And somehow, in some way, bases loaded, 1 down. Again, the Bobcats work out of the jam. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Score remains 3-0 in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Eight through 10 due up for the Bobcats in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 still your score. Some good resilience from the Bobcats defense, keeping this one where it has been for a long time now. And unless we see a run anytime soon, the difference is going to be Braden Colloran's 3 RBI double a few innings back. Nobody's covering at first base, though, and it'll be an infield base knock for Ortiz. able to leg that one out. Just the coverage, not what it needed to be for NMC. Again, you go back to last inning, a little bit faster on the running, and this will be a 3-1 game. So don't count the Bobcats out, especially as Braden Titus will step in. A really good outing on the mound for him. Now a chance to add on with some good swings as he waves right through that one. But a leadoff runner on is huge for this Bobcat squad. If they can work with it and make something happen beyond this, look out. But it is quickly 0-2 on Titus. In the on-deck circle after Titus, it goes to Anders, then Slemick. The bottom of the order here trying to do some big work. Still a mountain to climb in the bottom of the 5th inning, down by 3. As for Klepper, just trying to get out after out. That time won't connect. Goes for the top corner and misses. Wouldn't be surprised if NMC lets him finish out this game, or if the pitch count is unsatisfactory, then you bring on somebody to try and nail down the final inning or two. Titus stays alive, a good survival cut. Count sits at 1-2 still on Titus. Once again, stay with us for our Player of the Game presentation brought to you by the Healthiest Duke Chiropractic Center after our final commercial break once this game is over. The 1-2 lofted in and off the plate it goes. These are the pitches that make the long at-bats that run up that pitch count. And it's an at-bat like this that would knock Klepper out of this game before completion. 2-2, Titus takes it the other way into right field and down. Back-to-back base hits. Ortiz, he will slip but goes back to second. And hold on a minute. 2 runners on back-to-back singles, 1 down, and Aiden Anders will now step in. A swift change here for the Bobcats. They just need their offense to continue putting it together. 2 good swings, a great start. You need a lot more than that going forward. And I wouldn't be surprised if NMC starts to think about getting somebody warm. A chance, though, for Anders to put the Bobcats on the board. Shows bunt and pulls it back for ball 1. Back-to-back-to-back singles dating back to last inning and a walk as well. They have had 4 singles in the last 6 at-bats. 5 of the 6 last batters have reached safely. Again, the bunt is shown. This time the bunt is going to get down, and it's going to die underneath his legs. So the bases will be loaded with none down. Perfect execution from Anders. The tying run is now at first for the Bobcats. 4 consecutive bases. This one I think will go down as an error, so it'll end at 3. But now Slemick a chance to do some damage. The play will be at the plate here for NMC most likely. But the Bobcats, they have battled so well. And there is ball 1. This is the rally they have been waiting for on their end. They just need to force across a couple of runs. Slemick, ground ball over towards left and through. 1 run will score. It's an RBI single for Slemick, and that'll make it 3-1. Just snuck through at third. 3-1. Third base hit of the inning as well. And we will go back to the top of the order with Link. NMC still no action in the bullpen. And Klepper still staying out there. Good take from Link, and he does the right thing, tells Titus to hold up over at third. Delaying runs of the game scoring before this in the third. All 3 from Colleran. Now a good drive into shallow center field. It'll be caught, a great snag for out number 1. A web gem for Gray, a much needed web gem for NMC. If that ball gets down, at least 1 run probably scores. Not a guarantee, because if that ball bounces to him, he can easily throw out and get the lead runner going home. As again, it's a force. It's not a simple tag. It's just a force. And now Greneau, he will sky this one over towards right field. And it is going to be caught for out number 2. And again, everybody will stay put. Back-to-back flyouts do put a little hinder on the offensive efforts. Now Jensen will step in, tying run in scoring position for the Bobcats. 3-1, bottom of 5. This game has definitely turned out to be the best of the day so far at Kent. And the closest for that matter. It'll be interesting to see how this next game goes. I do believe NMC will be throwing their ace. So we'll see if that does change things for this press on offense that we are going to see soon. Again, around an hour from now, that game is scheduled. If we're done here early, we'll begin that game early. Or to begin on time, we have to be done in around the next half hour-ish. We have until 2:50 to begin a new inning. Swing and a miss on the 2-0. Unless NMC can really get a good inning put together, the run rule is kind of out of the question. Which, especially when Colorado had that hit, you were thinking, okay, it's coming. In the end, didn't. This time, popped up into foul territory, and that's the inning. A nice catch over at first for NMC will end it there. Bases loaded, none down, only 1 run scores. So a solid defensive effort for NMC. But we will head to the 6th inning. Still plenty to play for. 3-1 your score, NMC on top of the Bobcats.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium in Kent. 3-1 your score. A great battle here in the 3rd game of the day. And we'll see how things continue to progress as NMC's offense looks to put together a strong inning. On paper, they did lose the 5th inning. Only a 2-run game. The Bobcats have kept this one close. And now it turns to Cartwright, Cotton, and Rimke to extend NMC's lead. You just look at the way that momentum has shifted. It'll take a lot, but if the Bobcats can just continue scrapping together some runs and some hits, they have a real chance in this one down the stretch, which you never would have thought of when they went down 3-0. Cartwright over towards second and just through for a leadoff single. Cartwright thought about going for an extra base. In the end, will stay put at 1. That ball was absolutely shot into right. Somehow, in some way, though, Andres almost knocked it down. That would have been quite impressive if he was able to take that one in. If so, that would have easily been a big out. But instead, a leadoff single. We'll watch it back here in the replay. Just past him at seconds. It's tough. You want to give him credit, of course, but you want the out more than credit. And it looks like Briggs will be running in his place. Some rotations today from NMC. Not too much as you would expect, as there is still one more game left to go today. They kind of want to save their guys for that game, and See what happens against a really good press-on squad. But if needed, they'll continue to make changes in this game to hold on and take the win with them. But so far, Phelan Harold has looked quite good on the mound. A lot of strikes today. That is the big thing between him and Titus. They both have been great in the strike department, and that's why this game has been so close. The pitching has kept them in it. The offense, only 1 run. And if the defense would not have held the NMC the way they did, there's an easy chance that they wouldn't have scored because the game would have been over in 4. But this looks to be our first game actually going to completion. Odds are we will probably play the full 7, which is impressive that we haven't had it happen yet today. But we'll see in the end if it does happen that way or not. The 1-1 fouled back. Good cut from Cotton, who is 1 for 1 today with a single stolen base and walk. Or rather, that stolen base was Briggs, who ran in his place. He has pretty much been the designated runner today. And I think with that swap with Cartwright, he is entering the game. And yes, he will, as Cartwright will go and warm up in the pen. That does make sense for them. The 1-2 sails high into the backstop. So Briggs, he will take second, thinks about third, but not too much. Again, Jackson was supposed to start this game over at second base. In the end, coach decided to swap them. And it looks like in the bottom of the 6th, we will see him, as I think Cartwright will probably just focus on getting ready to come on and throw, if he is to make the change and go from Klepper to the former probably second baseman. Harold's 2-2 goes outside and just misses off. Count runs full with Rimke in the on-deck circle. But for NMC, their offense, they have been waiting all day for this big inning. Colorado, of course, had that big swing, but all of their offense came from one swing. They don't want that to be the case anymore. Instead, we will do it again. Another baseball going into the bleachers and landing there. The top bowl pretty much cleared, and the bottom bowl is where everybody is, right up against the action. Can Harold get the first out? Not quite there. It's ball 4. So 2 runners on to begin the inning as Jake Rimke will now step in. Rimke 0 for 2 today with a strikeout looking and a fly out to left field. As well, it does look like a few scouts potentially in the stands today, taking in today's ball game. Once again, really nobody that applies today, but the class of 2028 now in the contact window for colleges. That'll definitely be important going forward, as this is day 3 and one of the first times these guys can officially be contacted. It's always a fun time where these guys get their first offers and first taste of this new but crazy recruiting era. Rimke holds but takes strike 1. We'll see that more at the lower level then, of course, this time next year. It'll be the class of 2029. Already getting into the recruiting swing, which is crazy to think. Harold's 0-1. Breaks in and a nice block. But in the end, both runners do stay put. That ball did kind of get away from Greneau, but not enough for the runners to move. Or maybe it was enough, but by the time that they would have reacted, that window would have easily been closed down. It wasn't an instantaneous skip. It was one that kind of squibbed away at the end. The 1-1, another good block. This one stays underneath him. It's simple, but it's so important, the blocking. It'll be important here. It'll be important tomorrow. It'll be important from here on out. And in baseball before today as well, it was important. It always will be. Rimke on the 2-1, fouls it off his foot, and we are even. Count 2-2 And after Rimke, we go back to the top of the order with Zach Gray. A lot of good swings at the top of this order. If NMC can bring them up here quickly. Especially if they load the bases. This could be a big inning, and this could be the inning. They have been waiting for the inning all day. The 2-2. It will miss, and we are full. Just another close delivery from Harold. And again, he is going to be the last pitcher today, so everything that happens for his team resides with him. If he doesn't get the job done here, there's nobody else to take over, really. The payoff pitch, it's low for ball 4, and the bases will be loaded. Single walk to begin the 6th. And now it's Zach Gray's turn to come in. As for this Bobcats team, they will go and have a word with Harold. Still a chance they do make that change, but I would still be surprised if they did decide to do that. I think you save pitching if you can. But you are still in this game. It's still a 2-run game. So it's far from, hey, we're getting blown out, but we're not to the run rule. No points. This is a very meaningful game. And if they can come away with it somehow in some way, then that would be a really massive win for this Bobcats group. But it looks like in the end, Harold's day is going to be done on the mound. So the call to the bullpen has been made, and we will find out who when we return, as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It'll be Drew Morbeto coming out of the bullpen for the Bobcats. Bases loaded, none down, top of the 6th inning. 3-1 your score, but right now, the task for this team is simple. Hold down the fort. The 0-1, a good drive into right center field, and it is going to, it looks like be caught. He caught it. We'll see here. Just incredible if he did. But at least one run does come to score, so that'll make it 4-1. And yes, he did catch it. Just incredible that he came away with it. It'll be a sac fly in the end, but I don't think NMC wanted anything to do with the sacrifice portion of that. Just somehow, in some way, made that grab. But back to a 3-run game now. Runner goes high and in, and that'll put 2 in scoring position. I'm still impressive the job that Ortiz has done today. He has looked quite good out there in center. And again, a big reason why it's not a bigger lead for NMC. Of course, in the on-deck circle, you have Courtney, and in the hole, you have Colloran. So if this is going to be their explosive inning, they have the pieces in place to do it. And they won it. The 2-0. There's the swing, but it's foul. Down the line it goes into the corner. They're one swing away. You can just feel. One swing, they go up by 5. And from there, they do not look back. The 2-1 hits them. So time is going to be called here. And he is going to take his base. So bases loaded, 1 down. Now a chance for Owen Courtney to do some real damage for NMC. Up by 3. You look at him today, 2 walks and a pop out to shorts. This is his time to shine. And his time to show the great pop that he has off the bat. If NMC is to not see this game into the 7th inning, they need some runs, and they need them now. For a run rule, they would need 5 more. They need to get up to 9 and allow nothing in the bottom of the inning. It is doable for this team. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if we do play all 7, but at the same time, I wouldn't be overly surprised just based on who this team's identity is if we don't. Sharp grounder over towards short. Throw to 2 is in time. And to 1. It's there. It'll be a 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. So in the end, only 1 run will score for NMC. Impressive work from this infield. They get a massive double play. And that'll keep it at a 3-run game. The Bobcats are battling with everything they have. NMC is throwing the kitchen sink at this team. And it's not working. Still up by 3. Still in control. But the Bobcats showing their class. And they need their offense to show up when we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
We move into the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-1. NMC does add on 1 in the top of the inning. But the Bobcats defense, 6-4-3 double play and a massive web gem, keeping them in this game. Chopper over towards short. The throw to 1 is true. It's 1 up, 1 down to begin the home half of the 6th inning. Nice throw across the diamond there from Rimke. And if you are NMC, your magic number is now 5. You need 5 outs to walk out of here with the win. And again, when I mean walk out of here, I mean go right back to your dugout and get back to work. Again, game number 2 coming up next. It is going to be Press On Athletics taking on NMC. And a heavy swing and a miss there from Harold. And on top of that, we will continue to check the weather that is coming here to Kent. We believe at around 6 o'clock the rain is going to hit. So our goal is to avoid that at all costs. And once we're out of here, we do hope as well that the next game does avoid it too. But from what we have seen, it does not look too likely to be the case. Fly ball sent into center field, and it is going to be tracked down and caught by Gray. A nice job keeping his composure for out number 2. A lot of routine-ish looking plays today for this NMC defense, but a lot of them have been anything but routine. That's what makes this team so dangerous. They are making play after play, even when it feels like they shouldn't be making these plays. But 2 down now for Matthew Andrus, the second baseman, to step in. And he'll take ball 1 inside. As I've been saying all day, if the Bobcats do not get the results here, they still have a lot to be proud of because they have battled with everything they've had and have put on a great display. This team can go places. Assuming this result holds, 3-7 would be their record. But that does not do them justice to how talented this team is top to bottom. They'll be back. They'll figure it out soon. But as for NMC, one that is closer than they would have liked heading in. They'll be 12-2, a chance to improve to 13-2 with a win coming up. And still plenty of summer left to go as well. The 3-1 is high for ball 4. And now it's decision time. There is the walk. Do you give Klepper one more batter? Or is that even a conversation anymore of pulling him and turning to Cartwright's? It might not even be a conversation anymore. That run could be the difference. Now, if you have 2 on, 2 down, maybe you think about it again, but if Klepper can go the distance, you let him go the distance, and he might have just gotten you out of the 6th inning. Instead, it's going to drop, and they're going to call it foul. So we'll see here on the replay. Again, a routine-ish looking play that is not routine. There won't be a conversation about it. It'll just simply be foul. So we'll see. Kind of just dropped it and came fair. But I do believe they got it right. But one that easily could have gone the wrong way. If that ball falls in fair territory for Morbeto, he would not only be 3 for 3, but a massive hit. In the 7th for NMC, it'll be Colloran, McCune, and Moore. 4 through 6, the heart of the order coming back up. And that'll just be putting the finishing touches on this game. Morbeto over towards right field, just sneaks it past the first baseman, bobbled at second, throw to 1 is in time. A great recovery by Briggs, and the inning is over. No damage done by the Bobcats offense in the 6th, and we will move on to the 7th inning for the first time today. 4-1 your score. NMC in the driver's seat against Bobcats Baseball.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
One more inning, a great battle here in our 3rd game of the day. 4-1 NMC on top. It'll be Braden Colloran, followed by McCune and Moore. 4 through 6 due up this inning for NMC as they look to put the finishing touches on this massive game. A game that really wasn't supposed to be big, but in the end turns out to be a big game against Bobcats Baseball. And Colloran, what a shot, deep to center field, still going back, and that ball will drop over Ortiz's head. It'll be extra bases for Braden Colloran. The 2nd time he has done it today. He will go to 3rd and stop there with a leadoff triple. He is going to be a fan favorite at Kent State in a few years from now. What a swing to begin the 7th. Now 2 for 3 on the day, 3 RBIs with 2 extra base hits, 5 total bases. I thought for a second off the pop that he got out of here. Which, if he could have done that on this diamond where he went, that would be impressive. But again, this game turned out to be a big game for NMC. Out of nowhere, as the Bobcats played them extremely tough. And as well, good news for our football fans, its holy name has officially released their schedule, so I think we have all the pieces we need to start assembling our own broadcast schedule for this upcoming season. Unfortunately, only 3 home games, but I think we're going to do what we can to be at those 3 home games, as they have 6 games on the road and then just a blank spot on one of the weeks. Sharp grounder from McCune over towards third, picked up and thrown over to 1, and it is in plenty of time for out number 1. Nice throw across the diamond there. And that'll keep Colorado at third. That's the big key here. You keep this a 3-run game, you go back in the bottom of the 7th inning, and you throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at this game to try and somehow take something away at the last seconds. What a result that would be for the Bobcats if they can get there. But they have hung in this game for so long. And for NMC, my question for them is, how do they respond? You play press-on athletics coming up again. A lot of state champions, state runner-ups on that roster. Can you break them down? Sharp grounder through into left field. It'll be a 1-out RBI single for NMC and Blake Moore. That'll make it 5-1, making this one feel a little bit more comfortable. It's the swing they needed. They just needed at least one more insurance run. NMC looking good going forward. But they need to keep their focus here and not look too far ahead. Now a chance for River Blomquist to step in. Runner goes here, pitches high, throw down to second. Gonna hop and bounce off the runner himself. So a stolen bag there for Moore. So a really good trip around. RBI single and a stolen base. Best of the day as he walked his first time up and struck out during his second and third at-bats. Blomquist pops that one foul behind. Not a bad cut, gets something on it. And we'll get to work now with a 1-1 count. As for the Bobcats, they will have Ortiz, Titus, and Anders. 8 through 10 due up in the bottom of the 7th inning to try and make a valiant comeback. And again, this has been a close game start to finish, so make sure you do stick with us for our player of the game announcement once we are done, brought to you by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Long pause here from Morbeto. And he will throw back to second, actually towards short. No real cover over from second base. Just kind of had to throw that one behind based on the move that he made. And now he'll get back to work. Blomquist again fouls it behind. Has the right idea each time. Is definitely on it. Just needs one to straighten out and drop in the outfield. Of course, easier said than done. Got the 1-2 on the lefty out of Medina. That time he does what he wants to. Straightens one out deep to center field. Ortiz is there. Snow cones it. The runner will sag up and he will take third. I think you check second here. I think you check second. And they say safe. You had to check there just in case. It was close. But a nice grab from Ortiz. Another one over his back shoulder. He has made so many athletic grabs today out in center field. Just to check it on the replay. I mean, great snow cone. And then, of course, the runner easily able to move up in the end. But I think it was definitely close to see if he actually did tag up at the right time or not. I'm not convinced he did. Of course, a big deal if he didn't. But really no real way to appeal that other than what we just saw. The 0-1 runs inside. You go from here after Cartwright. It'll go to Cotton. And that one he'll foul away. 2 strikes now. Beautiful day at the ballpark. Another nice tournament Wednesday. We'll be here, I believe, at some point next week. Still waiting on those schedules, but odds are we'll be back here at Kent, as typically we don't go more than a week without being out here. I believe, though, on Sunday we will be over at Skeels Field on the campus of Akron. 5 matchups on Sunday. Again, the 0-2 wide. Those will be, I believe, some Kent State and Akron Invite playoff games. All that action starting at 8:30. Another nice block there on the 1-2. Always a good time at Akron as well. Just a beautiful place to catch a game. Great ballpark, great facilities, great everything all together. Count out full on Cartwright, taking that one in the dirt. Again, Cotton is in the on-deck circle if we do get there. Runner at third, 2 down. Payoff pitch. Cartwright does the right things, drives it deep to left field, and it's going to hop off the top of the fence. He will go to second base, and he is there with an RBI double. Absolutely torched that one. That was the right drive. Needed something. And from there, nearly snuck it out. I think he's going to feel hard done by with that RBI double. But did the right thing. Figured out the swing. Jumped ahead. And again, just off the fence it goes and stays fair. And more importantly for this Bobcats defense, it stayed inside the park. This time a shot into deep right field, and it is going to drop on the line, and they are going to call it foul. So a big swing there for Cotton, but he'll have to do it again with an 0-1 count. A really good swing. In another world with some extra win, that was back-to-back jacks. But not so much this time. Looking out the right field, 320 in the right field. In that corner right next to the Schoonover jersey. A Schoonover jersey in each of the corners here. Of course, the stadium also bears his name as well. The 0-1 blocked. And you go down that left field line. Once again, there's Schoonover, different jersey number. And you pan on over. The captain, Thurman Munson. Now fly ball into right center field. This one is going to get down to the gap for extra bases. That'll make it 7-1. And he is thinking about 3. The relay there will not be in time. It's high, and it's out of play. It'll be a Little League home run. He will trot on home. 8-1 NMC on top. I think he really felt that one on the dive down. It would have just been a triple, but again, with the error, it is what it is. You'll take it. So 2 runs score there. And now Rimke steps in, bases cleared, 2 down. I think NMC right now is thinking, where was this offense earlier? Because this game, now out of reach, a 7-run advantage. And Rimke will take strike 1. So in the end, the one that stayed in play really didn't matter. As the next at-bat, we see a Little League homer. Again, on paper, it will be an RBI triple with an error advancement. But he still came around to score. Really didn't spend too much time on the bases. Got it to work in the end. But a 2-2 count, or rather 0-2 count on Rimke with Zach Gray in the on-deck circle. And a nice block there from Greneau. Once again, up next at around 3:15, maybe a little bit later now. It'll be the conclusion of our day here at Kent Press On Athletics, taking on NMC. The 1-2, Rimke jammed up, goes over towards third. Throw on over to first base. It's going to be in time, and the inning will end there. But NMC put everything together in the top of the 7th inning. They now lead by 7. 8-1 your score. Last chance for the Bobcats offense when we return to Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom 7, down 7. The Bobcats, 3 outs to play with here in our second to last game of the day. Once again, make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. It'll be Klepper remaining on the mound for NMC as he looks to put this one to bed. And a good first pitch gets us underway, 0-1 the counts. That next game, though, it is going to be a massive matchup for both teams. Press on. They begin the Kent State Invites. NMC, they look to go 2-0 on the day. A lot on the line there in that matchup. The 0-1 high. It is Ortiz, Titus, and Anders due up this inning for the Bobcats, 8 through 10. But a good battle all together. Ortiz over towards second on the ground. Bobbled at second. Throw to one. Zipped in for out number 1. A nice recovery over at second base. Not an easy play to make, especially when you get flustered over there. But a good recovery, and the magic number is now 2 for NMC on this defense. And for Klepper, he just wants to go the distance. Impressive work from him today. Of course, a bunch of hits the second time through the order, but other than that, really no offense altogether for the Bobcats. This game was definitely close, but a 4 spot in the 7th inning puts it out of reach. But for Titus, a 2-out count to begin, a strikeout and a single for him so far, 1 for 2 to begin the Kent State Invite so far. And a nice snag, he's smooth with it. Skips on in and takes down one into his right hand. Extra points for the style. The 3-0 will connect for strike 1. Klepper still having a battle here. 4 strikeouts on the day. Hasn't had one in a little while now. But a chance here as we are full. Combined 7 strikeouts in this game. It looked like a strikeout game early. In the end, it's not, as there is ball 4 to Titus. So he will reach for the second time today. I think, again, NMC, because they have this big lead, you're just going to keep Klepper on unless it really gets close to a comeback for the Bobcats. Then I think you kind of go and pull the plug. Because you look at the way this game is set up. You're up by 7 in a great spot. It's 250. You couldn't even start the 8th inning if this one went quick and they somehow tied it quickly. So you're just going to go out here and be okay with your 8. You have 7 runs to play with. You have 6 real mistakes that you can make. Just don't make more than that. It's easier said than done, though, getting out of this game. The Bobcats have hung in from start to finish. They're not going to go away quietly here. And if they do, I'd be really surprised. But again, this team, they came in as the underdogs, 3-6 compared to 11-2 on the year. But they have made this one a memorable game just in the end. Slipping away, but still a chance. If they really play their cards right here, they can get some late runs to try and make this one look a little closer. And just a few what-ifs in this game. The 3-1 is fouled back, and we are full. Slem getting ready to go in the on-deck circle for the Bobcats. As well, a double play could end the game here. The payoff pitch wide, though, for ball 4. It's back-to-back walks. And again, it becomes decision time for NMC. Do they make the change? I think right now, coach is definitely thinking about it on the edge of the dugout. I think right now, he's just going to sit there and wait. Again, I think that is the right call. I think right now you trust Klepper to get the final 2 outs of this game, and you save the rest of your pitching for game number 2 and beyond. You'll have your ace coming out very soon. So that'll be big in the next game. This time, pops up, coming towards the box, and I believe on top of the box, able to land. Pretty clear thought above us. Now an 0-2 count. Definitely glad it's not a canopy above us. Be less than ideal. The 0-2, a good hold. You have to be careful with those. Overcommit yourself, it's a free out. And that's the way they have to look at it this time. And for the rest of the game, for that matter, however long that may be. The 1-2 is caught on the tip, 2 down. 5th strikeout today for Hayden Klepper. We will go back to the top of the order. The Bobcats 1 out to play with, and Will Link will step in. Once again, player of the game announcement coming after our final commercial break once we are done. If Link keeps it going, it goes to Greneau, then Jensen. But NMC ready to celebrate win number 12, not for too long, as they look for number 13. The 1-0 popped foul out of play towards right field. Press on there, ready to go and take over that right side dugout. Again, a one and done game today for them. Only 2 teams playing 2 games today. First half of the day, it was Force Ohio going 0-2. A win here, NMC would go 1-0 to begin, and they will try for the perfect day up next. And from there, they don't have to play a double day until the playoffs of this tournament, which is quite nice, I'm sure. Chopper over towards third, and it'll roll foul in the end. You have to let that one kind of develop before you go and overextend. You don't want to play a ball that is going foul, that you don't need to touch, and could be difficult to even make a play on. Did a good job there, let it go. The Bobcats down to their final strike. Klepper looking to close it out here. The 2-2 lobbed in perfectly, and that's all she wrote. 6 strikeouts today for Hayden Klepper, and it's an 8-1 win for NMC in their first game at the Kent State Invite. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
8-1 your final in game number 3 of the day here at Schoonover Stadium. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center will go to Braden Colleran, the DH. In total today, 5 total bases, 3 RBIs, 2 for 3, a double, triple, walk. the works for him in the DH spot and in the number 4 spot. He looked impressive today, and so did this NMC team, especially late in the game. Up 4-1, they go and pull away at the last minute. They win this one 8-1, and they now reset and get ready for the final game of the day, not only for them, but also for us. Up next, a big matchup on hand. Press On Athletics. They take on NMC, and what'll be our nightcap here at the Kent State Invite. Time to flip on over to game link number 4 for the day as we wrap up our action here today in Kent. Once again, I am Nathan Smee for now, saying so long from Schoonover Stadium as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.